Hello, students. I understand there's some problem working through the maximization and minimization problems in the problem set. So I just grabbed a word problem online and we will walk through how to solve it using two different potential online tools. Nikki holds two part-time jobs, job 1 and 2. She never wants to work more than a total of 12 hours a week. So that's a condition. She doesn't want to work more than 12 hours a week. She has determined that for every hour she works at job 1, she needs 2 hours of preparation, and for every hour she works at job 2, she needs 1 hour of preparation, and she can't spend more than 16 hours for preparation. Another condition. And she wants to maximize her profit. Obviously, she wants to make the most money. If she makes $40 an hour at job 1 and $30 an hour at job 2, how many hours should she work per week at each job to maximize her income? So our profit equation is 40 hours, or excuse me, $40 for every hour she works at job 1, and we're going to add to that $30 for every hour she works at job 2. And then we're subject to a few conditions. And those conditions are she doesn't want to work more than 12 hours a week. So the number of hours at job 1 plus the number of hours at job 2 cannot exceed 12. So x plus y is less than or equal to 12. And then we're told 2 hours of prep for job 1 for every hour at job 1, and 1 hour of prep for every hour at job 2. And she doesn't want to do more than 16 hours of preparation. So our condition here is 2x, 2 times the amount of hours she works at job 1, plus 1 times the amount of hours she works at job 2, and that has to be less than or equal to 16. So those are the equations that we need. Our profit is based on this, 40x plus 30y, and we're subject to these constraints. Now, there is a way to manually solve these types of problems, but I wouldn't wish that on anyone. It's very tedious and lengthy. So instead, we have two potential online tools we can use. I personally prefer this first one. This is the one that the problem set, I think, refers to the most, but we'll walk through both of them. Let me move this out of the way and move this over here. And we'll start with the simplexme.com site, which is right here. So first, it asks you for your number of variables and your number of secondary conditions. So the number of variables that we have are 2, x and y, and the number of secondary conditions we have, which are these. It's not our profit equation, it's the what we're subject to, our constraints. So we have two equations here. X plus y is less than or equal to 12, and 2x plus y is less than or equal to 16. So once we fill that in, we just go to the next step. And now our objective function is our profit function. So they're using x sub 1 and x sub 2, but that's just our x and y. So x would just be 40. And this is just how you would fill out using this tool. Y is 30. And here we have a drop down, and we are doing a maximization problem. So we're going to select max. And our secondary conditions, we have x plus y is less than or equal to 12. So we have 1x plus 1y. Again, if you had to change your operator, you would just use a drop down. And that is less than or equal to 12. And then we have 2x plus 1y is less than or equal to 16. So we have a 2 for the x, 1 for the y is less than or equal to 16. And that's all we have to fill in. And then we select next step at the bottom. And it goes through a process or shows you what it's doing. And down here, it's kind of, what's the word, shaded. I don't know why. But x would be 4, y would be 8, and that would give us a profit of 400. So that's the optimum solution, is the number of hours at job 1 being 4, the number of hours, at job 2 being 8, and that would give us $400. All right, let's try the other tool. And I already have it filled in. I don't want to have it that way. I want to show you. When you come in here, there might be something here or not, but the first thing you should do is hit example, because it shows you the syntax as to how it has to be entered. So you don't have to, obviously you won't use this, but it's showing you that you would start with a P and that there's spaces between your equal sign and your pluses. You don't put them together, you space them out. So it's just showing you the syntax as to how to enter it. So we have maximize P equal, and we know it's 40x plus 30y. So I can just start changing the data. 40, and I'm going to make this a 30, and I'm just going to get rid of everything else. And that is subject to, and then I want my two equations here, x plus y less than or equal to 12, 2x plus y less than or equal to 16. So x plus y, I can just get rid of what I don't want. I already have a less than or equal to, which is nice. Make that a 12, and 2x plus y, make this a less than. This is going to be 16. Get rid of what I don't want. And once I have the equations as I expect to see them right here, I'm just going to hit solve. You don't have to hit the example button, but I do, because then it just helps me enter the data. And I know how this site expects me to enter the data. So I've entered it. It looks the way I want it to look. And I just say solve, and here is the answer. The profit is 400, with x equaling 4 and y equaling 8. So same solution, two different tools you can use. I hope that helps a little bit. Let me know. I can potentially get online tomorrow morning. I kind of have a busy day, but we'll figure it out. Okay, take care.